feeling on this wonderful Friday, man? We back at it. It's been a minute since we streamed and uploaded some content, but it is what it is, man. We here. Hopefully, y'all got about 45 minutes to an hour to chop it up with the kid. Man, y'all see the subject matter today, man. I just want to tap in, man, and just show some appreciation for the freedom fighters, man, like the underground MCs, man, the people that just paved the way for people such as myself. And I feel like a lot of these brothers, a lot of these sisters just don't get enough love, and enough appreciation as far as, the message that they put out, the amount of time, energy, and effort that they have dedicated to the cause, to educating our people. Like, it's some people that then went under the radar, man, that done a lot for black people. And of course, the masses don't show a lot of these people the proper love. Montel, peace, what's happening? The real, what's happening? Peace, man. Let me go ahead and give you that wrench back, bro. See what's happening. Yeah, we're going to give you that wrench back, man. I don't know what was up with that, but y'all know how it go. These platforms be tapped into these platforms, so it be some weird, spooky stuff going on sometimes, but it is what it is. We correct the errors around here. Lindell, peace, what's happening? So shout out to all the revolutionary-minded folks, who've been doing this since the jump, or from the jump, grassroots, straight out the mud, straight out the dirt, and we ain't did anything weird for no exposure and then try to change up the message. So shout out to the people that had this message and been fighting, banging on the system since they got the information, since they got knowledge itself. Shout out to them folks, man. Shout out to y'all, man. A lot of y'all don't get enough love. A lot of y'all go under the radar. Y'all don't get the proper appreciation and love that y'all deserve. But it's a lot of people, man, that's banging on the system behind the scenes. And sometimes it's not even behind the scenes. It's just like it's right in front of us, but we don't appreciate it. So shout out to everybody that's banging on this system, man. It's got a revolutionary mind, and they haven't wavered ever since they got knowledge itself, man. Somebody like myself ain't gonna never get off my square. I done been standing on the same thing for like 12, 13, 14 years, however long it's been since I got knowledge itself. I ain't never wavering. I ain't gonna never sell out. Y'all ain't gonna see me do anything that's out of character. The way I present myself, I've been presenting myself for the longest. If you've been following me before YouTube, then you know what it is, So we ain't gonna never deviate from our stance. Divine Focus, peace, what's happening? Goddess Isis, peace, Queen, what's happening? What's the word? Montel, everything is cool, everything is good. Everything is cool. Everything is good, man. We just showing love, man. Shout out to everybody that's banging on the system. Shout out to the black folks that ain't afraid to speak the truth to power, to these white folks, to these Asian folks, to these Arab folks, to other black folks. Just shout out to y'all, man. I see y'all. Even if the world don't see y'all, I see y'all, and I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that's like that. I appreciate all black people that speak the truth to power. No matter who they talking to, no matter who they conversing with. And they stand on that truth. Shout out to y'all, man. The world do not appreciate y'all enough, If I got to be the voice for y'all, then I be that, But I just want to give y'all some love, man. It's a lot of y'all out here, man. Y'all stand for something. Y'all have some integrity. Y'all have character, All of that type of stuff, man. But I'm going to give everybody, a minute or so to tap in before we start naming some folks and whatnot. But y'all know what I'm talking about, man. It's a real corny world out here, man. It's people that then laid their life on the line, man, and sacrificed everything to educate you people, to educate you ungrateful folk. Black people, we have a tendency to be real ungrateful when it comes to some of these folks that then laid their life on the line to educate us and give us this knowledge itself, give us this information. Ungrateful, man. It's people that then sacrifice everything. We got people that sacrificed everything to give us the truth, to stand up to these devils, man, as we call them. And yeah, we gonna call them that. We gonna call them what they are. And we got people that put their life on the line to let you know the truth. And what you do? You ran from it. Called them crazy, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You did all of that. Oh, here they come with that. Here they come with that black power this, that black power that, this black that. Y'all ain't want to hear that. Oh, here they come with this healthy eating this, healthy eating that. Y'all ain't want to hear that. We sacrificing a lot, man. We putting our lives on the line to give y'all some of this information. Give y'all some of this inspiration and motivation. Because they don't like it. This ain't popular. When they get wind of what we doing out here, You know, they try to shut us down, try to suppress it. So this ain't popular. This ain't the money maker. You know, so the least you could do is appreciate it and not look at folks like they crazy out here. Because we could be doing a lot of other stuff, man. We could be being destructive out here. We could be being self-destructive and then turn around and we could be destroying our brothers and sisters. But we not doing that. We trying to lift y'all up. We trying to empower y'all. You know, and it's been one of the, and I always talk about my journey, man. The stuff that I done went through trying to empower black folks, man. Recommending books and recommending different types of music, man. That's informative, that's uplifting and educating. And the way people then looked at me when I done did all of this. It's some just weird, man. Like, I shouldn't have to go through that. The real for sure. Carlton, peace. What's happening? We shouldn't have to go through that, man. If I'm recommending you a book by Muatai Ashby, Elijah Muhammad, Dr. Ben, John Henry Clark, as a black person, you shouldn't hesitate to grab that book and read it. Why do I gotta try to force you to read this book? You know what I'm saying? But if I come at you with some urban fiction or something like that, you ready to read it. You know what I'm saying? This book is educating you. This book is empowering you. You got little kids, you got little black kids. This book will help them to grow up to be stronger, man. But when I post that book, you scroll right past that. This is sick, man. Like, we got to stop doing that. All these black authors, man, that to put their life on the line to educate us, they should all be billionaires. See, this is the problem that I have, man. We start looking at these black folks, these black millionaires, these black billionaires, and we look at what they did to become that. And it's like, man, we got some black people that put their life on the line for us, man, and why they not millionaires and billionaires? You know what I'm saying? Why some of these authors that wrote some of the greatest books, gave us the greatest information on the man, why they not dying as billionaires? We make enough money collectively. We make enough money as black people, man. We make a lot of money. Black people in America, we make a lot of money. We generate a lot of money annually. Why are we not enriching these folks that's giving us this information? Books $20, $25. Why are we not fronting that? Go look at the so-called black millionaires and billionaires and tell me what they do. How many of them have dedicated their lives to educating black folks, to empowering black folks? How many black folks that have made it their life's work to empower, educate, and inspire black people are on that millionaires list, on the billionaires list? We should have more representatives. That's why these kids gravitate towards what they gravitate towards. Because we not showing them that it's beneficial to empower your people. We showing them that it's more beneficial to destroy your people, to sell them out. We telling them it's more beneficial to work with these white folks and bow down to these white folks. That's what we doing. Mr. Davis, Elijah, peace, what's happening? That's what we showing these kids, and we wonder why they want to be certain things. Come on, man. I give a young black bull a book by Muatai Ashby. Boom, here you go. Growing Beyond Hate. They go look up, because we live in the Google society. They go Google Muatai Ashby. Try to Google his net worth. Man, Muatai Ashby ain't worth nothing. He ain't worth nothing more than what these rappers are worth. So they don't want that. They don't want to aspire to be that. They don't want to put their life on the line to be a Muatai Ashby or Amos N. Wilson when these dudes ain't generated millions and billions. Money talks for them. So if we want to change the narrative, man, we got to enrich the folks that are really dedicating their lives to educating us, man. That's why I go out of my way to buy these books, man. That's why I go out of my way to support the people who people don't know about. That's why I go out of my way to share music from underground artists instead of these mainstream folk that's get enough push from these, you know what I'm saying, from the machines that's backing them. That's why I go out of my way to do that, man. It's ridiculous, man. Like it shouldn't be like that, man. These folks going out of their way to educate black folks. I'm talking about giving us life-changing information, and a lot of them, they dying penniless because we understand the sacrifice. We understand the sacrifice. If I come out here, man, I dedicate my life to educating and empowering black people, I'm going to be faced with all these obstacles. For one, they're going to try to silence me, suppress me, this, that, and the third. And then I'm going to have to wrestle with my people for the most part. All the wrestling with my people I had to do when I'm reading How to Eat to Live. I'm thinking this information that they gonna easily accept and embrace, like, because it's coming from another brother. It's coming from another brother, then it's coming from me. So that's double, you know what I'm saying? That's two brothers. So I'm like, man, they gotta resonate with this. It's coming from a black man. It's coming from somebody that's black. They gotta resonate with it. All resistance. But then your white doctor tell you the same thing that I just told you in this book. White doctor tell you the same thing, you running with it. And you telling me this like I didn't just tell you that. You know how many times that happened to me? That's why I say, man, people don't be getting enough appreciation out here. You know how many times, man, I done gave some people some information or some books, and the content that was within the book, they rejected it. Then they come back 5 to 10 years later after somebody white or somebody corny then told them the same thing, and then they come back telling me the same information like I didn't give them that. Like I didn't give them the book that had the information in it. You coming to me talking about, oh man, intermittent fast. My doctor told me about intermittent fast. And I'm like, yeah, that's what Elijah Muhammad was talking about and how to eat to live. I gave you that book. Why are you telling me this 5 years later like I didn't put you on game, or at least try to put you on game? I don't care what that white doctor told you. This black man been told you to do that. That black man been told you to eat 1 meal a day and 1 meal every other day. He been told you that. I ain't have to go to no white doctor for them to tell me that. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, but that's what we do. That's how we operate. That's how we operate. You know what I'm saying? That white man tell you something, oh, we can't wait. We can't wait to share that with the world. It must be true. Must be true. Creativity, peace, what's happening? Divine, what you say, Black Rage? Hey, William Greer, Price Cobbs, for sure. I heard good things about that joint. I ain't read that one yet. Lindell, you already know that. That's my perspective on it. People can't stand when I talk about some of these mainstream folks, though. They can't stand it. But it is what it is. You know, I give my love to the underground before anybody on the mainstream. You know, y'all talking about Kanye talking about he told the truth. Man, Professor Griff been told y'all the truth. Professor Griff been told y'all the truth about the Jews. Professor Griff been talking about this. This is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. Professor Griff got kicked out of Public Enemy for saying this. Professor Griff is the reason why Nick Cannon had to go apologize. Professor Griff was on Nick Cannon's platform talking about the Jews. That's the reason why Nick Cannon got in trouble. But again, y'all ain't over here praising Professor Griff. Y'all ain't putting Professor Griff on no pedestal. But Professor Griff was the one that was telling y'all about the Jews because he read the book, The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews. I got the book. He read that book. He tried to educate y'all on that book. He got kicked out of Public Enemy, which was messed up. You got to look at Chuck D sideways for that, because it's like, come on, why are you kicking that man out for telling the truth? But Professor Griff been doing that. Y'all out here talking about what Kanye talking about. Professor Griff been saying that. That's why I don't like that type of stuff, man. For the people that's been doing this knowledge, doing this research, I'm going to show love to the people like Professor Griff. Because he been trying to tell us, man. He been getting banned out here. They been silenced Professor Griff. They been tried to burn his house down where his books was at. They been did this to Professor Griff, man. They been did it. But y'all ain't giving Professor Griff no love. Y'all ain't doing that. Y'all ain't doing that. Y'all ain't doing that at all. You know what I'm saying? Professor Griff, Dead Prez, Immortal Technique. All these dudes, man. Poor Righteous T, Wise Intelligent. Like, these dudes done been educated. We done been getting educated by these folks, man. But y'all so stuck on this mainstream nonsense that y'all don't know what's underground. Y'all don't know all this truth that's in rap music and hip hop, man. Because y'all not looking. Y'all not looking. But it's out here, though. Killer Priest, all these people, man, they been talking. Hellraiser, man, they been talking about this information, man. Been talking about it. Been talking about it. But when somebody like me, I never forget it. I got people that vouches. Man, I got a little homie that I took under my wing. Little homies that I took under my wing in college, man. They used to ride back home with me because we from the same city. You know, and they just so happened to come to the same college I was at. And they used to ride with me in the car. And I used to play that music. They used to, back in that time, they want to hear Drakes. They want to hear all this nonsense. I'm playing Killer Priest, Dead Prez. I'm playing all the conscious music, K Reno. I'm playing all that. And they mad out their mind. Because we young, you know what I'm saying? We in our early 20s. They like, man, we don't want to hear that. They 19. I'm like 20, 21. They don't want to hear it. But I'm like, all right. I say, man, y'all need to listen to what these dudes talking about. I said, y'all probably ain't gonna appreciate it now, but I guarantee y'all years from now, y'all gonna see what I was trying to do, what I was trying to hip y'all to. Lo and behold, one of them made that Facebook status like, man, dude was trying to put us on years ago, but we was too young and ignorant to accept it. Lil homie said that. You know, shout out to little homie for admitting that. But he was like, man, you was trying to put us on years ago, man. But he was like, man, we was too young and ignorant, man, to really see what you was on. But you had been trying to put us on. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's been real in the field, man. Why we shouldn't have to be going through that type of struggle, man. If I'm coming to you with like, hey, man, I got this Dr. Sebi Bible, man. He telling you how. Man, I can't even introduce Dr. Sebi information to some black folks, man, because they automatically ready to reject it. That's how we wired, though. We automatically ready to reject our own people. You know, I give you some health information from a black man out of a book, and you second guessing it. Like, how does he know? The white doctor give you the same information. You ain't asking no question. I give you How to Eat to Live from Elijah Muhammad. I give you the Dr. Sebi Bible. I give you the African Holistic Health book by Layla Africa. You start asking all questions. I give you the book by Dick Gregory. You know what I'm saying? I give you all these books written by black folks, and now you asking me a million questions. You asking me how did they die? How long did they live? You asking me a million questions. Then this white doctor tell you to do something. You're not asking him not one question. Man, I read this, man. I was giving somebody this information from Dick Gregory's book, and they was like, well, how did he die? How long did he live? I'm like, then why does that? Hold up. How long are these doctors that's giving you this information living? How healthy are these doctors that's telling you how to eat? How are they living? What is their quality of life like? But now, since I'm giving you information from a black man, you want to ask me a million questions now. Now you got a million questions lined up, but when your doctor tell you to get a shot, you ain't asking not one question. Get this vaccine because I said so. And now you about to go get it. But if a black man tell you to go eat some fruits and vegetables, now you want to know how long he lived. You want to know his quality of life. You want to know what type of ailments did he suffer from. You want to know the health of his kids. You want to know all of this information. But a white dude can tell you anything. A white doctor can tell you anything. You don't want to know nothing. You won't have no questions. Man, y'all, that's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. No labels, peace, what's happening? Bwana, yeah, exactly. Tried to poison Professor Griffin, all that. But how many people know? How many people know about it? Oh, Bwana for sure. They definitely scared to step out of it. Until one of their favorite mainstream artists bring up something, and now they act like they always had that perspective. Now they act like they always knew this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have time for that. That's that fraudulent nonsense that I be talking about. Now, I'm all for however you got to get the information. I'm all for it. But a lot of y'all be on some nonsense. Y'all just roll with whatever your favorite celebrity say. So you ain't really looking deeper into the situation. You ain't further researching it. You know what I'm saying? So if Kanye, Jay-Z, Drake or something, they say something, you just going to accept it. You're not researching it. I'd be cool if these dudes said something and then you researched it. That's not what you doing, though. You know, these dudes will say something and y'all just accepting this stuff off face value. And that's what I don't necessarily like. I ain't too fond of that. You know, when Professor Griff now was giving us all this game, I went and bought all the books that Professor Griff had mentioned. I got a lot of books because of Professor Griff. You know what I'm saying? When I was looking up Bobby Hemmett, whatever book he mentioned, whatever speech, whatever person he mentioned, I looked them up, got the books, watched the speech, all of that. Khalid Muhammad, whatever book he mentioned, whatever scholar he mentioned, I started studying it. All the Tupac, man, whatever book he read, I went and got the book. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to say, oh, well, my favorite celebrity said this, so I'm finna roll with it. It must be true. Nah, you got to research what they saying, man. And mugs ain't doing that. Mugs are not doing that. Sheep. Big sheep. And then y'all want to shun people like myself for reading. Oh, yeah, y'all shun us. And I'm telling you, we done got shunned out here. It was just recently where reading became semi-cool. But back then, it wasn't cool. Y'all was talking greasy to folks out here that was reading. I mean, some people still do it, but y'all was real disrespectful with it years ago. Y'all was real disrespectful with it years ago. You know what I'm saying? The people that's reading, eating healthy, listening to certain types of conscious music, jazz, whatever the case may be, Yeah, y'all used to talk to us crazy. Watching documentaries. Man, I can tell, man, we was getting called some everything. Getting called some everything, man, for no reason at all, man, because we trying to elevate folk. We trying to, y'all too serious because we dropping information. Then when y'all favorite rapper or y'all favorite actor or whatever drops the same information, why y'all ain't saying they too serious all the time? I can't, it's just certain things that just don't sit well with me because of the criticism that I didn't receive from some of the same people that support it coming from other folks. That's come on, man. We got to be consistent, man. No labels, 100%. It's fun for the mental. You know what I'm saying? And Carlton, man, I'm already, yeah, hey, hopefully you having better luck with that than I be having. I just be giving up on people, man. I ain't got time for it no more. All the book, man, I'm trying to tell you, all the books that I'd have recommended on YouTube, just imagine the short time that I'd have been on YouTube, all of the books that I'd have recommended on here. Just imagine that times like 50 when you go to like Facebook, man, because I was on Facebook way longer than I've been streaming on here. So just imagine it. Multiply that by 50. Man, I've been recommending books on Facebook for ever since I've been on there, ever since I started reading. Like, it's crazy, man. Crazy world out here, man. So shout out to all the people, man, that put their life on the line, you know, and standing firm on the message that goes against the grain and been doing it ever since they came across that knowledge. Chris, peace, what's happening, my brother? Shout out to everybody that's doing that, man. You know, we losing out on money. We losing out on a bunch of stuff, man. You know, the stuff we talk about ain't YouTube friendly, you know, so we potentially losing out on money. You know, certain jobs ain't gonna take us on because, hey, they could just look me up and see what I'm talking about, see what I look like, all that type of stuff, man. So I'm putting my life on the line. I'm putting my livelihood on the line to try to uplift my folk. I can't go be a regular civilian anymore. Like, man, you look me up, man, all type of content finna come up, and you know these businesses doing that. So I can't go be a corporate guy no more. I can't do that. That's done with. I cannot go apply for no corporate jobs now, man. That ain't they gonna look my name up, all type of stuff gonna come up. They was already pretty much doing that. But now I'm really out here using the government name and all. Like back then I wasn't using my government name. So now it's like my name and all, man. So you just look me up, they finna see all the type of stuff that we talking about. So y'all know how that go. But I knew this though. You know, I knew this, man. Like I said, I'm influenced by Khalid Muhammad. It wasn't no weak bone in that man's body, man. It wasn't no passive bone in that man's body. That's one of my biggest inspirations. So I'm following that lead. That dude wasn't finna be selling himself out. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't finna try to dumb down his message or try to use trick knowledge and try to act a certain type of way that's other than himself to try to get attention. Then when he get the attention, try to change the message. Nah, he wasn't on that. He came in the game with a message and he left the game with the same message. So he came in the game with the message, was in the game with the message, left the game with the same message. That's what I'm on. I got the message before I got in the game. Boom, got in the game, message the same, and I'm gonna lead the game with the same message. Lead the game with the same message as far as the foundation of the message goes. That's not changing. That's not changing at all. You know, I ain't trying to dumb down no content, man. I ain't trying to water it down. I ain't trying to do any of that to satisfy folks. We got enough of that out here, man. We got enough people out here watering down stuff to satisfy these platforms and satisfy these white folks, man. Satisfy whoever you think in charge, man. Whoever you think is in charge. We got enough people that's watering down their message to satisfy these folks, man. I'm not finna add on to that. Like I said, I'll be doing my folks a disservice. I'll be doing Khalid Muhammad, Fred Hampton, Pac, all these. I'll be doing them a disservice, man. Huey Newton, I'll be doing all of them a disservice. Marcus Garvey, Amos Wilson, Steve Coakley. You know, I'll be doing all these dudes a disservice if I did that, man. Malcolm, you know, they didn't inspire me, man. I can't let them down. You know, J. Cole got the song "I Let Nas Down." Like, nah, that's how I feel. I can't let Khaled, I can't let Khaled and them down, man. I can't let Malcolm down, fam. I can't let Huey and them down. I can't do that. I can't let them down, fam. I can't let them down. Can't do it. All in there for sure. You know, for sure. I mean, talking about, man, our political knowledge is horrible. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Claude Anderson, you know, speaking of politics, one of our brilliant minds in regards to that subject matter. Akuma, peace, what's happening? Yeah, Claude Anderson, shout out to Claude, you know, one of our brilliant minds in reference to that subject matter. But yeah, man, people they fall for the trick knowledge, fall for the bait, and swear that they have it, you know. But it is what it is. We see. Y'all that fell for it. Y'all fall victim to their algorithms. You know what I'm saying? We falling victim to their algorithms. Akuma, yeah, D1. He from Louisiana, where a lot of my folks reside. So for sure. You know, that's one of the few like Christian rapper type deals that got that type of message that I can rock with, you know. But yeah, D1 definitely be on point, you know, from the music to like interviews and things like that. Most definitely. But again, these type of people don't get no love, fam. Just don't get no love. Like Cannabis, all these out there, like these brilliant minds, man, these geniuses. Under the radar, man. I don't like that. You better not ever let me get any type of million follow. I'm putting people on. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm putting my people on. Like to the people that need to get that love, I'm putting them on. The world gonna know these people. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm putting y'all on. I'm gonna put y'all on K Reno. I'm gonna post K Reno because that dude was pivotal in regards to my elevation. You know, I'm gonna put you on some Killer Priests. I was listening to these. I was getting knowledge yourself. I was just listening to these dudes. I was listening to Poor Righteous Teachers, man. I was listening to KRS-One. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to Lakim Shabazz, man. I was listening to these cats, man. That's how my mind elevated. Outside of books, you know, outside of the speeches, the lectures, man, it was music that elevated me, man. Immortal Technique. Like, it was music that took me to that next level. You know, so I be trying to share that music with folks. Like, man, listen to this. I stayed trying to put people on some music back in the day with the messages, man. Stayed doing it. But of course, your average black person don't want to hear that. They'll rather tap into some nonsense, man, that ain't talking about nothing. You know, just got a decent little catchy hook with a decent little beat with a lot of bass, and now there you go. It's like, man, cool. But it's like, man, sometimes you got to listen to some substance, man, but you don't want to think, though. Just like the brother that told me he don't like listening to Nas because he used too many big words. That's what we up against. You know, that brother told me, man, I don't like listening to Nas, man. He used too many big words. It's like, okay. You know what I'm saying? So you admitting your stupidity right there, man. We gonna call that stupidity. You admitting it right there. You choosing not to listen to a dude because he challenging your brain, and you admitting that you lazy. You know, but at least that brother was honest with it, so I can appreciate his honesty. Other people be coming up with some nonsense. You know what I'm saying? But I can appreciate the honesty. Like, man, you don't want to listen to him because you feel like he used too many big words. That's stupid, but I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate your honesty. That's still stupid, though, but I appreciate your honesty. But it's like, nah, I want to listen to somebody that's challenging my bro. I want to listen to somebody that's like, hold on, I got to pull out this dictionary, man. Hold on. Who is he talking about? Like, I got to look this person up. Like, what he on? Akuma, yep. And he came back with second round knockout. But yeah. Cannabis was big. Cannabis is one of them ones that's gonna use these words. Like, I don't need, like, Nas my dude, but man, Nas ain't really using words that I don't know like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, like, I can see if I said cannabis and he was like, man, that dude make me, like, Cannabis be using some language. You like, man, what he just say? Gotta look it all the way up. You know what I'm saying? But man, Nas ain't doing that for me like that. And Nas you know, Nas cool, but he ain't going over my head with like words. If anything, like I said, cannabis will do that. But yeah, man, you got stuff like that, man. Nobody got time for that. You don't want to listen to a Pharoahe Monch or something because he finna make you think. And shout out to Pharoahe Monch, man. Underrated type of individual. These are the type of people that I feel like they should be worth a lot more. They deserve to get their flowers, man. Pharoahe Monch, man. Like, a lot of people don't be hip to Pharoahe Monch, man. But that is one of the most skilled MCs on this planet. One of the most skilled MCs on this planet. He will out-rap every mainstream artist that you can think. Every mainstream rapper you can think of that you know. Pharoahe Monch will rap circles around them without even trying. But the world don't know this man. Because the world is too simple-minded. You know what I'm saying, man? But Pharoahe Monch out-rap them in his sleep. I'm talking about in his sleep. He will out-rap these dudes. Don't get enough credit, though. No labels, exactly. We got these. We'll sit up here and look up all type of BS on these phones. But then if you listening to music and somebody just happen to use a word you don't know, you can't use your phone to look it up. Like, it's real simple. And then just rewind it back. Man, you know how many people I used to listen to back in the day? I did not know what they were talking about. But then I got the knowledge. I researched what they was talking. And then I went back and listened to the same song. And I'm like, man. And I'm talking about that adds to the appreciation of the song. Man, I respect them artists so much more when I actually got the knowledge in regards to what they actually talking about. I'm like, man, it takes a genius to put something like that together. You can't put nothing like that together, man, without being a genius. Man, it's hard to put that together. You know how many times I done did that, man. I'm listening to something. I'm like, man, I don't know what he's talking about. It sound cool, but let me go ahead and research this real quick. Then I go back and listen to the song, and I'm like, man, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Like, man, you took all this information that you gathered, and then you put it in a song, and this song is actually, like, it's flowing smoothly. Man, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. Like, to be able to do that, man, that's a craft, man. That's a craft, and everybody really can't do that. Everybody can't do it. Everybody talking about everybody can't make hit songs. Everybody can't take information and put it to a beat, man, and make it make sense. And then use an expanded vocabulary. That's hard. That's hard. Everybody can't write a nature of the threat like Ras Kass did. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't do that. But again, and I used to stay bumping that song. I used to pull up, and this back when I had beats in my car. This type stuff I'm bumping. Nature of the threat. I'm pulling up to the gym bumping Nature of the Threat. The pale man walks in the threshold of darkness. Like, that's that whole song. Dude just dropping information. Whole song. That's the reason why I got books by Ashaka Musa Barashango right now, because Ras Kass mentioned them in the song. That's where he was getting some of the information from. So I went and ordered the books by Ashaka Musa Barashango, because Ras Kass dropping the information on the song. So I got the books. I said, man, hold on, who is Ashaka Musa Barashango? Looked them up, got all the books. Because I heard it in the song. And I'm like, man, I ain't never heard none of this stuff you talking about in this song. Where is he getting this information from? So I got to the source of the information. I was like, all right, cool. Then I went and read the books. I say, oh, this what he's talking to. This what he's saying. This what he mean. Now I'm hip. So now let me go back and listen to the song. And I'm talking about, okay, now I value this song a lot more. AK, man, for sure. People don't really want to grow out here, man. People just want to complain. Like, for real, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. People don't want to grow. People just want to complain, and they just want to blame other folks. They want to point fingers, and they want to follow folk. That's it. People ain't really trying to elevate out here, man. They not really trying to elevate. People not trying to elevate. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really striving to elevate, you gonna elevate, fam. Like, it seriously. When I wanted to elevate, I did. I was trying to change the music that I was. I went and found all of this stuff. Ain't nobody put me on this music. I started finding it because I rewrite. Like listen. I was like, nah, something got to change. I need to listen to some different music. So I went and found the music. I ain't sit around and wait for somebody to tell me about these artists. I went and found them. I say, man, listen. Let me find this music. Let me find these books. Man, I ain't have to wait for somebody to tell me, hey, man, start with this book. Start here. man, whatever looked at whatever. Listen, whatever fit the description in regards to what I was looking for, I said, let me go ahead and grab it. I started grabbing everything, man. I ain't wait for no. Nah, I need this. Nah, I need this information. I need it right now. I ain't finna wait for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Let me go read this autobiography of Malcolm X. All right, he talking about Elijah Muhammad. Let me go buy Elijah Muhammad book. All right, Elijah Muhammad talking about how to eat the lip. And there you go. Let me go get Fall of America. All right, let me go start studying. Let me go start studying the secret societies out here. Let me study the government real quick. Manly P. Hall. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Manifest Destiny. Let me go study all of this. Let me see what they talking about out here. Aleister Crowley. Let me see why all these entertainers rock with this wicked dude. Let me go read some books on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I was on. I wasn't waiting for nobody to tell me, man, you need to read this. Don't read that. Nah. I just started doing the knowledge. No labels, man. And that joint, Nature of the Threat and Interview with a Vampire, two of my favorite songs. That Interview with a Vampire, man, by Ras Kass, crazy. Just as crazy as Nature of the Threat. Again, some tracks that should go down in history as some of the best songs known to man. But most of the world don't know them songs. But that Interview with a Vampire, crazy. Crazy. You know, that's the stuff I was bumping, though. Mr. Dave, I'm telling you. KRS-One called it edutainment. You know, it's unfortunate that we gotta mix education with entertainment instead of us viewing education as something that's entertaining. That's kind of messed up. You know, so social media, the way social media is nowadays, it done led to a lot of gimmicks. You know, a lot of people try to portray these gimmicks and, you know, these false images, man, to try to get views and all that type of nonsense, man, because they know if they really truly kept it real, man, it's going to be a slow and steady process. And a lot of people want quick, fast results. You know, so a lot of people take on these gimmicks, man, because they trying to get people attention. You know, everybody fighting for attention on social media. So they trying to do whatever they feel like or bring them that attention. So unfortunately, a lot of people take on these gimmicks. You know, these false images and whatnot, and people fall for the bait. Because if you keep it real, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not necessarily the most popular thing. Like, at all. Gilly, peace, what's happening? Brian, how I figure what? What you talking about? Akuma, man, pretty much almost every book that I get, man, because what I do, depending on the book, though, but when I get a book that's like that, man, I always highlight the words. I got a notebook right here to show y'all how you got to research and study out here. I got a book right here, a notebook right here, boom. This notebook has words on it. Words that I come across when I'm reading. I write them down. When I don't understand the word, when I don't know the word, or when it's not an unfamiliar word, but it's a word that I don't use often, I write it down. I write the definition down, and then I write 3 synonyms. I write 3 synonyms of that word that I don't normally use. So I keep a notebook. So every time I come across a word like that when I'm reading, I write it down, put the definition, boom, and then 3 synonyms. That's how you do it. That's how you expand the vocab. That's how you expand the vocab. That's exactly how I do it. If I'm reading, I'm like, hold on, this is an unfamiliar word. Sometimes, even if I know what the word means, but it's just unfamiliar, like not unfamiliar, but I don't use it often, I still write it down. Like, I kind of know what it means, but I don't use it often. Let me write this down. Let me write this definition down. Let me write them synonyms. You know, that's how I got to do it. That's how you build that vocab. That's how you expand the vocab. Lindell, man, you already know that was my original, you know, MCing was my original thing. You know, yeah, it ain't nothing for me. I used to record myself. You know what I'm saying? I went to the studio a few times, but I used to have all the equipment myself. But man, there's some people out here trying to get me to do some things. So be on the lookout, man. I might jump on some tracks. And I ain't even gonna lie, one of the reasons why I stopped was just like I knew what I would have been facing. You know what I'm saying? And it was people around me giving bad energy. You know, I'm on some revolutionary vibes with the music. And it was just some people that I'm recording music with that was playing games. You know what I'm saying? They was afraid. I don't want to put people on blast like that, but I know I was dropping some serious bars, man, in regards to if you was affiliated with me and this stuff came out, like it might have, you know what I'm saying, you might have been in trouble with them people. So I had some people that I was working with, they wasn't ready for that. You know, they wasn't for the cause like that. So they was playing with my music. They wasn't trying to mix and master my music. And I still ain't got the tracks. I did a whole EP. I did like 7 or 8 tracks. And I don't have not one of those songs that I recorded. Cause the brother playing around. Because I was in there going hard. I was going hard on everything. You know, it was a lot of fuck the government. You know what I'm saying? Like health information, man. I was on all that. In 8 tracks, going hard. And dude ain't give me not one song. You know, I was going in on religion. It's everything. I was going in on everything. 8 songs. It was like an 8-song EP I was gonna drop. And this was like almost 10 years ago. Now I didn't get not one track. After hounding this dude, like, man, what's up, man? You gonna send me my joints? Didn't send me not one of them. Oh, solid for sure. You know, that's why I'm always writing things down. Like every 5 to 10 pages, man, just kind of write a summary of what you just read. You know, that's how you tap in. And then when you read, it's another reason why back in the day when you used to read, you couldn't wait to share it. That's another way to just help with the memory. You got to share the information. You know what I'm saying? Like when you talk about it, that helps you remember it. But it sucks when you trying to talk about it with people who don't care about what you got to say. You know, so that's the unfortunate thing, man, when you try to talk about this information and people ain't trying to hear what you got to say out here. Oh, Leo Soul, you say, hey, for sure. And it's funny that you say vibration low, because I done seen people talk about, I don't know where this just came from, but people talking about the low vibration plate. I don't be, man, when stuff be getting popular out here, I don't be caring how it became popular. But I done seen a lot of people kind of bashing it. You know what I'm saying? They, man, y'all, low vibration plate. What's that? That BS ain't real. Stuff like that. I'm like, hold up. I say, I don't know who then got this joint to be trending like that, but a low vibrate, that's very much so a real thing. Metaphysically speaking, what you eat can definitely lower your vibes. You know, but I seen a lot of people, man, they was tearing that down. They was ripping at the shreds, talking about that's trash. Y'all pseudo this and pseudo that. I'm like, what? Man, they done been told you that what you eat could affect your vibe, your vibration. You studying any lick of science and whatnot, man, you find that to be true and an actual fact. But again, people don't want to do the knowledge. People don't want to educate themselves. Now, unfortunately, if Kanye come out here and tell you a low vibration plate is a real thing, people gonna fool with it. Yeah, see, I told y'all need to stay away from the low vibration plates because Kanye said so. You know what I'm saying? So it just be depending on the messenger sometime for y'all, man. Corey, peace, what's happening? Brian, what you say? The Art of War, and the Prince too. You know, shout out to Tupac. That's the reason why I read that book. Secret Society of America. You know, Pimp C mentioned these actual books. On his song, on the UGK song, Living This Life, Pimp C mentioned these books. 48 Laws of Power is a good book when you use it properly. That book is a good way to deal with white folk. You know, you start understanding how white folks move in the corporate structure. So I feel like 48 Laws of Power is good for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna understand these white folks. You gonna understand what type of game they playing when you read 48 Laws of Power. When you use it as a tool, as that type of tool, yep, it's definitely a good book. All of them books like that though. Because all them white folks have read Art of War, 48 Laws of Power. You know what I'm saying? And they using every tactic in that book, best believe. AK for sure. You know, that was, you know, y'all know me. I was just liking to be a rapper or MC. I ain't really like mixing and mastering, man. But for sure, that's what it is. If I do it again, that's what I'm gonna have to do, man. Cause I don't rock with people, man. When people afraid, when they afraid of the establishment and you going against them, man, they gonna be afraid to give you your music and put it out. People be people be afraid out here, man. They don't be real in the field. No labels, exactly. Any and everything, man, affects your mood, affects your vibe. You know, so I don't know what people really be on. Brian, what you say, man? I mean, hey, he might not be a lost. He been a lost cause for me, man. You know, but people rock with him. I don't necessarily, and it's a lot of reasons why I don't rock with him, man. Because one of the reasons why I don't rock with some of these mainstream folks, because a lot of them be confused, a lot of them be all over the place, and like I said, it be folks that been trying to put us on game that deserve that credit before any of these other folks get credit that's on the mainstream level. And sometimes they actually didn't jock these dudes for the information. That's another thing that y'all don't know. Which y'all probably ain't even hip that Drake stole some bars from Dead Prez. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all ain't even hip. Mugs don't be shouting these dudes out though, man. That's what be sick about it. Some of these mainstream dudes then stole some information, stole some lyrics from some of these conscious underground artists and ain't give them no credit. And that's an actual fact. Go listen to Dead Prez song. They rapped over that Drake overbeat. He gonna tell you, he gonna recite the lyric that y'all know Drake stole. Drake took it from him. Drake, listen, they know these dudes. They know these artists. They don't want to give them credit because that's gonna mess up their brand. That's gonna mess up their money. Drake, like, I can't be shouting out Dead Prez. I can't be telling them that I listened to that Let's Get Free album. When they talking about I went to school with some redneck crackers. Like, Drake can't be associating himself with that. You know what I'm saying? So these dudes be on that conscious tip. Don't give these dudes no credit though. Don't give him no credit at all. Yeah, Drake done stole a lot of lyrics. Jay-Z too. Don't even get it twisted. Jay-Z too. Dudes out here, man, don't even get me started on that. But yeah, I just want to point out the fact that they done stole from some conscious artists and they don't want to give them no credit because they already know the type of heat that they'll get. But shout out to Rappin' Forte too, man. That's an underrated Cali artist right there. Shout out to Rappin' Forte, man. My big brother put me on when I used to have to share rooms with him. Man, Corey, I'm trying to tell him. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell him. Trying to tell him, man. I'm just trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you. Fam, I done been reposting old Facebook statuses to let people know. Some of us been talking about this stuff, man. Some of us been on this information, but y'all ignored it. Y'all ignored it. Then when we start making goofy statuses, now y'all want to come out of nowhere. Miracle Peace, what's happening? Mr. Davis, for sure, they don't do it at all. They don't do it. They don't look up nothing. They be thinking these dudes originated all this, man. They don't be knowing nothing. And that's the thing, man. I'm a student before anything, man. So I'm looking up stuff. If I fool with something, man, I'm gonna look up everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look all of it up, man. When I'm fooling with music, man, I'm a student of it. I'm a student first. So I want to educate myself. I want to be educated in regards to music, in regards to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do the knowledge. And I'm gonna come across all this type of information. Dudes out here jocking these cats, man, ain't getting nobody no credit. That's crazy to me. Dudes out here, hey, some of these, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of some of my favorite artists out here. Ghostwrite for some of your favorite artists out here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Ronald, boom, man, I done shouted out Paris a few times. Paris is my dude. Sleeping with the enemy. The devil made me do it. One of the best conscious artists on the planet. Your son, peace, what's happening? Paris is one of the best conscious artists on the planet from the West Coast, man. But yeah, love that dude music. Love his music. Love his music. You know, Paris is, man, I still, man, listen to him faithfully. That's my guy. Nah, Brian, there's definitely a such thing as a ghostwriter. You know, a lot of them, because I was watching the interview with Joel Ortiz and Crooked Eye, King Crooked, whatever his name is now, and they was just talking about the NDAs that they signed, the non-disclosure agreements and whatnot. So obviously they can't reveal who they writing for, but it's definitely happened. You know, I remember, what was it, Royce da 5'9", you know, people writing for Diddy and all of that. And like, Diddy is trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude is garbage. You know, so if he come out with something that sound halfway decent, guess what? You already know somebody wrote it for him. Ronald Cam, hey, Holiday Madness, a whole day dedicated to the devil. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cam, man. This type of, that's what I be on. Whole day dedicated to the devil. Like, it's about that time where I'm finna be playing that song. It's about that time where I would get called the Grinch. You say, what's your religion? I do what the dollars say. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Cam, man. But Cameron, let's get it, man. Hey, veganism is the way. Once you muster up the courage to do it, I'm telling you, you will never look back. I've been on this smoothie kick for a minute, man. 2 smoothies a day. You know what I'm saying? Just feeling great. Feeling great, man. I even feel like the skin beaming, man. I feel great with these smoothies, man. You know, 2 smoothies a day. Been rocking with it for a minute. 2 smoothies a day, 1 solid meal, man. It's all good. Get your water in, all that. You know, working out, still strength training, ain't lost no strength, so it's all good. I'm experimenting right now, man. One day I'm gonna write the manual. You know what I'm saying? How Elijah Muhammad did how to eat to live, man. I'm gonna write this manual down. I'm doing now. It's 2 smoothies a day. I'm gonna write it down, man, so y'all can see what it is. So y'all can get this feeling too. You know what I'm saying? The energy been good, blood pressure good, man. It's all good. It's all good, man. You do 2 smoothies a day, man. I'm telling you, you feel great. That's the easy way to get them fruits and them veggies in, man. Easy way. Don't get easier than that, man. 2 smoothies, I'll blend everything up. We good. Sharif and Peace, what's happening? Hey, either one. Either one. It don't even matter at this point. You know what I'm saying? Either one. Either one will suffice, as they say. You know, I want to give y'all a few books that I got here by me. Boom, this one. Y'all ain't gonna like this. The Historical Jesus and the Mythical Christ. It's an old school joint right here. This is a good one. You know, I got some everything right here, man. Rationalist Spirituality. An exploration of the meaning of life and existence informed by logic and science. This right here gonna get you thinking. Let me see if I got something else out here, man. Let me see. And I already brought up this Muatai Ashby book. Muatai Ashby, Growing Beyond Hate. That's the joint. That's a nice joint. I fool with Muatai Ashby. Loverboy Troy, peace. What's happening? Dick Gregory, right here. Dick Gregory. And then we got, shout out to my Black Panthers out here. The Black Panthers Speak. Another good one. The Black Panthers Speak. Shout out to my folks. Shout out to my Black Panthers out here. Oh, your son, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, when he did the speech at, what was it? Cole College? I forgot the name of the college. But yeah, when he did this, man, I forgot the name of that college. When he did that speech at that college, man, yep, that got him silenced for a little minute, man, and the whole little situation popped off, you know. But I'm always, I can't never disrespect, you know, like the Nation of Islam totally. Even though a lot of people that I look up to didn't end well for them in regards to their relationship with the Nation of Islam. But I can't ever disrespect them because, man, Elijah Muhammad And Farrakhan, like some of their speeches, man, responsible for a lot of my growth and development. So I can't never knock that. However you want to feel about it personally, man, I just can't knock what they words, what they work have done for me. So I can't even do it. So I can never get up on here and talk bad about them like that. Although sometimes I may want to. I may want to say I feel like they responsible for some things, but we really know who all was included in that mix too. You know, but I can't knock Message to the Black Man and what that did for my life. Same thing that it did for Malcolm. It did that for me. It had that effect on me. You know, How to Eat to Live. That's when I really started understanding fasting. That was the first time I really came across fasting. So I can't even knock it. You know, so I can't really, I don't never really want to go too hard on them like that, man, because they work. That was the first, some of the first pieces of information that I was coming across was them, Nation of Islam. You know, so that'd just be disrespectful on my end if I start going in on them like that, man. Because if it wasn't for Elijah Muhammad, then I probably still be on some savage vibes right now. I'ma just keep it honest. I'ma just keep it real, keep it honest. You know, I gotta keep it real. They responsible for a lot of my growth and development. Ronald for sure, man. Brand Nubian Poor Righteous Teacher's my joint. The New World Order CD from Poor Righteous Teacher, one of my favorite CDs, favorite albums ever. You know, in Conscious Styles, the song with KRS-One, one of my favorite songs ever. For real. What KRS-One say in that song, man? You wonder why you ain't living how you should be living. Could it be your mentality you giving off? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what, like, this is what we need to be listening to. Wise Intelligent told y'all, you niggas is talented, but y'all let it go to waste. You need to swipe that ignorant smile off your face. He said you niggas laughing, but that's something you should cry about. Come on, man. I ain't even finna recite the song like that, man, but that's my joint. That's my joint, man. I get up on here and recite these conscious bars all day long, man, because that music changed my life. Brand Nubian, man, ain't no mystery. You know what I'm saying? Who's the clown that didn't paint Jesus brown? Everybody knows the man was original. Like, these songs was changing I ain't never heard stuff like that, man, until I started listening to the music. I'm like, man, what? My third eye helps me see that the black man's God, and yo, it ain't no mystery. Like, man, these are songs. Dudes is putting this type of stuff in music. And these dudes was getting mainstream spotlight at a point in time. That's why they had to shut all that down. Brand Nubian and Poor Righteous Teachers, man, people knew about them in the mainstream a little bit. At least Brand New punks jump up to get beat down. Like, you watching old Martin and whatnot, and they got that song playing. You know, so these dudes got some spotlight, man. And they coming out here talking about who's a clown that didn't paint Jesus brown. Everybody know the man was original. Whoa, they like, we can't have this conscious music. Nope, we can't have them doing that. We can't have them talking like that. That's crazy. Man, we can't have them talking like that, man. We can't have that stuff. We can't have that stuff going crazy. Nah, we can't do that. Oh, yeah, yes, man, you already know Dead Prayer. You already know. Listen, that goes without saying. I didn't actually had exchanges with Stick Man from Dead Prayers. Like, at one point, man, I was hitting him up for like a mentorship back in the day. He was responding. We was going back. That didn't last long. Hey, Lord Jamore and Wise Intelligent used to follow me on Twitter. You know, that's back when I was really on the music tip. Like, if I wanted to take that serious, I was connected. You know, they was following me on Twitter, man. I had conversations with Stick back in the day. So yeah, man, that's my joint. If I would have cared to take rapping seriously, like I could have been on it. Oh, Leo Soul. Yeah, no, don't take no testosterone supplements. No, it's crazy. I was just having that conversation with a client, actually. Yeah, don't do that. No, sir, don't do that. No. Definitely stay away from that. No, sir. I don't know how many more times I'm about to say no, but no. You know what I'm saying? Definitely don't do that. Right on. I'm glad you tapped in to that video that told you not to do that. Yeah, stay away from that. Kuma for sure. Hey, the Roots, Black Thought, one of the GOATs. Yeah, De La Soul for sure. You know, and y'all know, you know, K Reno, my dude, you know, that Grand Deception, man, when he was talking all that on that song, and then his Surface Dweller song, like, man, I'm like, when I'm hearing this type of stuff, I'm like, fam, I ain't never heard people rap like this when I was coming across it. That K Reno came into his songs like knowledge in my mind, designed to kill fear. Did you know the Bible was written in by William Shakespeare? Like, I'm like, hold up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what is he talking about? Like, what dude is, man, the way they putting that stuff to the beat was crazy. Magic Piece, what's happening? So I'm like, man, these type of people, that's why I'm reciting their lyrics right now, man, so y'all can, we showing them love, man. I'm giving these people flowers by reciting their lyrics, man. You're not gonna hear a lot of these mainstream folks quoting K Reno, you know what I'm saying? Lord Jamar, Sadat X, you know, Wise Intelligent, them. Like, you're not finna hear a lot of them do, like, quote them. And they should get quoted. I'm about to quote them. Because they deserve their flowers, fam. Your son, oh yeah, Arrested Development. Shout out to Speech, man. Everyday people, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Wendell, you know, Mr. Wendell, you know. Y'all already know. Oh, Magic, man, man, listen. If you ain't been listening to K Reno, please go do it. Please go do it. Like I said, his music changed my life. I'm forever give that man credit. I remember the first when I got hip to him, I went and bought like almost all his albums that was available at the time. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I remember doing that. I heard the first song I heard from was Grand Deception. I said, hold up, who is this dude? And I went and found all his music and bought everything. And this was like 2011, 2012. So whatever had came out up until that point, I just bought it all. That's back when you purchased the music off of iTunes. So I purchased everything for $9.99. I said, I'm buying everything. I said, this dude deserves all my support right now. So I bought everything. I ain't even gonna lie. I bought everything. I probably went broke buying all this music at that moment. I'm in college at the time, so I ain't got much money, but I bought everything. That's how you supposed to do it, man. When you come across somebody like that you ain't never heard of, that's been out before you was born, you know what I'm saying? And they dropping all this type of information on something, you go support that. You support that individual. That's exactly what I did. I went and bought everything. I to this day still got everything K Reno ever dropped. I got everything that man has ever dropped. You know what I'm saying? But I originally had bought everything back then. That's how you got to do it, man. I'm always move like that. If I rock with you, if you got a good message, financially, I must support you. That's group economics, man. I can't be just talking it. I got to go do it, man. So when it's a brother out here that's standing on something, I got to be like, all right, cool. Let me go ahead and spend some money with that brother. Let me spend some money with that sister. That's the only way that we gonna reach that level that we striving to reach out here, man. We gotta support each other financially. Like, we just gotta do that. So every chance I get, I do it. Like, that's what I do. You know, Cambada, that's another dude. You know, you listening, like, whoa, snaps. Like, dude, man, Cambada, Killer Priest, definitely. You know, his song, the Bible song he got, Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth. I used to keep that on repeat. You know what I'm saying? I used to keep that on repeat. And that One Step song, I actually did like rapped over that beat. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Killer Priest too. Killer Priest and K Reno actually got some decent content on their YouTube channels. So I be, you know what I'm saying, I be tapped in with them on YouTube too. They actually got, like, Killer Priest got the podcast. K Reno be dropping stuff like I drop it. You know, but Killer Priest actually got a podcast format, so I be tapped into them. You know, they be dropping information, so I be rocking with it. You know, shout out to them. But yeah, Killer Priest, when he did this on One Step and his Bible song, my goodness. My goodness, man. I'm trying to tell, I was like, hold up. Before I converted, I was perverted. Then wisdom was asserted. Wait, the knowledge was asserted. The study of wisdom, I preferred it. I preferred it. The understanding, it gave me mental freedom. I even learned Caucasians was really the tribe of Edom. Woo, the white image of Christ is really Caesar Borgia. And the second son of Pope Alexander. Like, Killer Priest was going in on that song, man. He's like, that's how the devil's tricked your dome. Man, come on, man. That man. Killer Priest was going in, man. That's my song, man. Killer Priest was going in. It's one of my favorite songs known to man. Dude was going in. You know, I keep those type of lyrics in my mind. I ain't got time for all those mainstream hooks that everybody find catchy. I done eliminated all of that. I got those type of lyrics stored in my brain, man. That actually means something. Them lyrics that mean a little something. Like, that's what I'm gonna store it. That's what I'm gonna store in the mind. Like, all right, yeah, this got some substance to it. Let me remember this. Oh yeah, Montel for sure. Yeah, Redman, Meth. Hey, shout out to the Woo, you know, Jizza. And hey, Inspector Deck, all these, you got all of them. Meth, you know. RZA, Raekwon, Ghostface. All my folks, man. Shout out to Woo. Y'all know we affiliate with the Woo around here. But shout out to Redman too, though. Yeah, Ronald. Oh, yeah. Cell Therapy. Shout out to Tragedy, Gaddafi, you know, Intelligent Hoodlum, Cyrock. You know, for the women, Cyrock, Jean Grey. I'd have mentioned these people before. Cyrock, Jean Grey, Narubi Salah, like it's a bunch of them. Bahamadia, like it's a bunch of them. We gonna forget people, but it's a bunch of them out here. So shout out to them all. Immortal Technique, you know, that Dance with the Devil, when he broke that down, I was like crazy. His song Freedom of Speech, crazy, but Immortal Technique is another one of them. Divine Focus for sure. For sure, definitely tap in. But y'all, man, with that being said, I got to go ahead and make my rounds, man. I got to finish off my Friday. Y'all know how that go. Got some clients and whatnot that I got to deal with to finish off this wonderful Friday. So I appreciate all y'all tapping in with the kid. It was a nice build as always, but I'm going to tap into a little reading before I head up to this gym. So I appreciate y'all, man. I'm going to try to tap back in with y'all one of these days this weekend. Y'all know how I go. Be on the lookout for the content. So y'all enjoy the rest of this Friday, man. I'm out. Be easy.